Hi, Jewelz here on behalf of Monkey Minions. We're here with the wonderful Jaime Mosher. Here to talk to you guys about some of her amazing costumes and stuff like that, because we know you know who she is and you've seen some of her amazing bad censor costumes at some of the shows, and so we wanted to talk to her a little bit about that. So first we'd like to ask, how many costumes do you have?
Actually, I don't know. I have an entire dresser and closet filled with costumes. I probably have more costumes than I have regular clothing.
Oh wow! How long have you been collecting these costumes?
Way too long, and it would probably give away my age, so I'm not going to say.
Ooh,
But
it's a mystery.
But many, many years. I used to organize psytrance parties, and most of them were costume related, and so I just started collecting that, and then going to Burning Man and art festivals and summer festivals and collected over time.
So it's probably safe to say if somebody's looking for a Halloween costume, they can come to your place?
Pretty much, yeah.
Pretty much.
Pretty much everything. Any kind of animal you can imagine, any kind of Halloween scary thing, any kind of hippie fairy-like creature. Oh, I forgot tab.
Now we know that you change your costumes from show to show to show. What inspires you for each show? Does it, change from city to city? Like, hey, Detroit, I feel like, is it kind of the mood you're in, or do you just have a...
It depends. Sometimes it's just I have an outfit planned out for this song or whatever, and I try to fit it to the city, that's appropriate. Like, for instance, Cleveland, I was Mrs. Orson Brawls, some of you might have seen that picture, big pregnant belly, and I had an I Heart Rock and Roll shirt on, and I figured, home of Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I should wear it in Cleveland. So I try to match it up as much as I can.
Yeah. Now, have you been able to convince any of your friends that go to these concerts with you to kind of do like a theme, like a big group costume, or?
I haven't done group, like large group, but I have had some friends, don a wig or, join me. And for instance, in Las Vegas, Dana wore an outfit for prayer. We both dressed up for prayer together. So hoping to encourage more people, maybe get more monkey ears out there.
Yeah, very cool, very cool. Now, as far as like the individual pieces of costumes, you said you've been collecting them and stuff, but how do you find the accessories? Because they always say accessories are a girl's best friend besides diamonds. How do you find accessories? You just like Halloween shops, or like...
Halloween shops, I mean, I know a lot of great places up in New York. Sometimes it's like a combination of things from dollar stores, from Etsy, eBay, things I put together myself, whatever. Lots of different sources.
Yeah. What's the best part you would say about dressing up from show to show?
Oh, I love dressing up because it's kind of like you get to be this whole other person. And I mean, Halloween as a kid was always my favorite holiday. I mean, everybody loves Halloween. There's no bad side to it. You don't have to worry about family drama or any kind of weird other holiday stuff. You just have to dress up in a funny costume and get free candy. That's not to love.
Hey, never too old to get free candy.
So it probably stems from that, and I get to, I don't know, there's something exciting and fun about walking into a room and looking like a total freak and just digging it, even if you are the freak.
Having fun with it.
Exactly.
Yep. Now, I don't know if you can tell us this or not, but are there any like funny stories or like awkward mishaps that you can tell us about?
Wardrobe malfunctions.
I don't PG-13.
I don't have any specific wardrobe malfunctions, but I mean, I have had some funny, incidents with costumes from shows. For instance, it started on the tour, it started about, I think, Boston, where I dressed up as Gus, and Jackson thought I was dressed up as a robot Timberwolf for some reason. And, whatever. And so from that point on, every single show I would go to, no matter what I was wearing, it could be devil, it could be a fairy, it could be anything. It was always robot Timberwolves. And that was always his guess. So in the last show of the tour, I dressed up as robot Timberwolves, and I was convinced that nobody would get it because it was a little Transformers costume and a wig and ears that I made like in the car on the way there from aluminum foil. And the second the guys came out on stage, Grafner came over and pointed to me and said, "Hey, are you Robot Tool?" And it was just instantaneous. I didn't expect anybody to get it, and it was just hilarious.
So like, finally, after 20 guesses, Jackson probably got it right.
No, actually, he said Orson wrong. Whatever.
Now you said you made your ears. Do you make a lot of other pieces for your costume, or?
I used to do a lot more on this tour. I had just been kind of piecing together stuff I have already, but back in the day, I had my sewing machine, and I would make everything that I made, especially Burning Man stuff. A lot of work went into that, and I was one of many in that crowd, and everybody went full force with the craziest costumes you could possibly imagine, and so I kind of learned from experience.
And how is it for you, like going from place to place, meeting different people, and seeing their reactions to your costumes and stuff, and trying to figure out, what it is and what song it goes to and stuff like that? Have you had a lot of weird reactions, or?
I do. I mean, people really I think it's fun, like at the shows, because people usually figure it out pretty quick. I mean, there's usually one element that's like, oh, it's that's obvious. But then there's what's more fun, in my opinion, is getting to the show and all the people who are just like at the 7-Eleven I stopped at on the way there, or in the hotel that I'm staying in, and people just will come over and be like, "Why are you wearing fairy wings in a bar in the middle of nowhere?" And just getting to explain to them, and the looks of I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. You have some really awesome, amazing creations. I've been able to witness, luckily, a few of her awesome creations, and they are totally awesome. I would say some other words, but we're trying to keep it PG-13.
Sure, it's probably not PG-13. I should probably cover that up.
Since close to Halloween, is there anything that you could recommend for people out there that are looking for cool costumes, or looking for, looking to get like pumped up for a rock show, or?
I'd say that probably the best is, if you're trying to do it on a budget especially, to start off with something that's a base thing that everybody has, jeans and a t-shirt, or something all black, and then just go for the accessories, because you can find cheap stuff online that's just, adding on to that base.
Yeah.
And like a hat or some jewelry or whatever. Etsy is the best. I love Etsy because then you get unique things that are handmade. eBay is also great, and for girls, Girl Props is one of the best places that I recommend.
Okay. Now, getting outside of all your amazing costumes and stuff like that, tell us about the monkey shows. How many monkey shows have you been to?
I had kept count at one point. It's somewhere like between 25 and 30, I think. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a favorite city that you've been to? And
I really liked Austin, actually, and I was lucky enough to get to stay an extra day there. That was I love San Diego as well. I mean, it's neat to go to all these different cities that I've never been to before and get to experience new things. So it's always cool.
Now, is there a city that you haven't seen the plane that you would like to see the plane, just for like the atmosphere, or any friends there? Or?
I've always wanted to go to like the Pacific Northwest, like Seattle or Vancouver or anywhere in that region, and I've never made it out there, and it would be great to one day make it out.
We're here at the amazing, wonderful Callahan's, owned by Mr. Mike. He's totally awesome. Spencer Bell Legacy. Is this your first Spencer Bell Legacy, or
second?
Second. Okay.
Second, and I love it. I came here last year, and I'd only seen anything 100 Monkeys related a couple of times. My first show was the end of July, and this last year was end of August. So I was totally new to everything. I think I'd listened to maybe 3 Spencer Bell songs at that point, but I was curious, and I was just overwhelmed by how much love there was. And that sounds cliche, but it was just really a close-knit group, and everybody was really supportive and happy. I was just kind of amazed by the Bell family in general. And when it came up this year, I'm like, no, there's no question, I have to be there.
Yeah. Now that you've been been to a few Spencerville Legacies and heard more of his songs and stuff. Do you have a favorite song of his, or?
It's hard to choose just one. I'd say if I had to, it'd be Beautiful More So.
Beautiful More So. Okay. And we know that you like to do costumes for the bookies. Have you thought about doing any Spencerville songs? Like you could.
I did. Well, actually,
you could be a blind woman for Beth.
I thought about that, but I thought I might offend some people. I was a little worried about that. Yesterday, even though despite the fact that I was missing a hat for my costume, I was a pirate to go along with Tornado One. And the day before, I had my little Spencer Bell regalia costume, my whole tie-dye thing. So I probably could come up with some more. I had some people suggest certain songs because they like the song. I'm like, well, that is a good song, but I'm not sure how I'm supposed to, wear a hookah in a map of Union Square. I don't know, but I could work on that one. Maybe find a gigantic hookah costume. I don't know, but working on that one.
Okay. Now, for those people out there that have not heard of Spencerville, is there a song that you would recommend besides Beautiful More So, or anything that you could tell them about Spencer that, put the good word out there?
Spencer Bell is awesome. The whole Spencer Bell legacy is just an amazing thing, and if for some weird reason you haven't already been to the site, Google Spencer Bell Legacy and check it out. Listen to all his music. I can't narrow it down to, it's impossible to narrow it down to one song, but you have to, just check it all out. And it's an amazing story, most of all, not just the story of his life, but the story of everything that's happened since. And I mean, I was drawn to it because I actually had an uncle who passed away of cancer, and it just, the story of Spencer is he went into the hospital on Thanksgiving in 2006. That was actually when my uncle was diagnosed with cancer, and he had about the same time frame. And I don't know anybody out there who hasn't been in some way touched by cancer or some equally devastating disease, and can relate. And you can focus on the bad, but I like the fact that the Bell family and everyone here has focused on the good of his life and kept that legacy alive, kept that life alive. So
Yeah, it's very true. Spencerville has brought very, very many people from all across the globe. I've seen people here from Europe, from Switzerland, from Sweden, from Germany, from all across the globe. It really brings people together. Do you have a favorite memory of people that you've met through Spencer?
I met so many people last year that have become great friends this year. That this year walking through the crowd, it's like, oh hi, oh hi, oh hi, oh hi. And I'm like, how did I meet all these people? And a lot of them I've met here at SBL. Like you said, it brings so many different people together.
That's cool. That's cool. Well, we gotta wrap it up here shortly. Is there anything that you'd like to say to any of these awesome people that you've met, or any shout outs you'd like to give?
I can't shout out one person. I feel like I'm in an Oscar speech or something. Like I'm gonna forget. Thanks to my agent.
Thanks to the music.
Thanks to you guys for interviewing me, and thanks
for allowing us the opportunity.
And thanks to all of my friends that have been awesome travel buddies and party buddies and everything over the past little over a year. And thanks to all the fantastic musicians that have put on great performances that I've been lucky enough to witness. And thanks, as I'm here at Callahan's for SBL, thanks to the Bell family for putting all of this on and bringing a lot of great people together. Thank you.
Well, I'm Julie Wilkinson, here with the wonderful Jaime Mosher. On behalf of Monkey Minions, we'd like to say thank you, and we hope to see you and maybe feature you soon.